Hey, what's going on, everybody? Subby here at Storm Track Weather Center. So, of course, what you're looking at right now here on the screen, Winter Storm Cora, which actually happens to be my grandmother's name. Rest in peace, Grandma Cora. But anyway, she is packing a punch mainly for those down to the south in parts of Texas and Arkansas, where they can see up to a quarter to 3/10 of freezing rain. And that area, they're not used to that. We're kind of used to it up here. They're not used to it at all. So, and then 4 to 8 inches of snow all the way across where you see the pink all the way into the East Coast and the Southeast. Now we are going to be in the wraparound snow. So what's going to happen here over the last, I want to say since about 11 o'clock today, the data has suggested that this low pressure system, remember what we have talked about in the past, how this thing kind of wobbles. It takes kind of a fluid position where, if you have a cup of water and you shake it and you know how it kind of jostles around in there, same thing happens up in the atmosphere, and it's moving around a little bit, and it's shifted just a little bit further to the north, where you probably notice on here those in Kansas City, Jackson County, Lafayette County, Wyandotte County, Leavenworth County, they've been added to that to that winter weather advisory. The same thing what we had down here in west central Missouri. They've been added this afternoon to that, as that overall axis have shifted just a little bit north. Now, what's that mean for us here in west central Missouri? My original forecast, of course, was under 2 inches. And I still think that is a fairly good number. However, I say most of us here in west central Missouri will get that 2 inches. And then a few of us, especially down Vernon County, around Nevada, Osceola, St. Clair County, Hickory County, maybe parts of southern Benton County, they have that potential maybe to get up there closer to the 3-4 inch range in our southern part of west central Missouri. So that's if you guys notice, one great addition, if you look right above me, we have now a very accurate ticker that will be on all of our live streams, and this covers all of our counties here in west central Missouri. It will be updated every 30 seconds, so it will automatically get feeds from the National Weather Service. And this is really going to be helpful as we go into the springtime, into severe thunderstorms, where we can be constantly watching these storms on radar, and it will flash when one of our counties get under a severe thunderstorm warning or a tornado warning. It's going to be updated every 30 seconds. So that's a great new addition right here in Storm Track Weather Center. So very excited about that. Been working on that for a very, very long time. Trust me, I have been trying to get that done. So I feel a sense of accomplishment today. So let's take a look at current radar right now, guys. So we are having some returns on radar as close as Nevada, Monette, Joplin, Neosho, Iola, all the way up to Topeka. And you see we have this big glob that's going to be rotating in from the southwest today into west central Missouri. Now, here around, say, 5, 6 o'clock, maybe 7 o'clock, you look at radar on your phone, and it shows that it's snowing heavily, and you look outside and nothing's happening. Well, the reason is because we're still a little bit dry just above our heads, so it has to saturate. And then once it saturates, it'll take 30 minutes, an hour, something like that for it to saturate once this moisture gets up to our area. And then it will start to fall as snow. Maybe a mix at the onset, but for the most part, it should be mostly snow for all of west central Missouri. But we can't rule out maybe a mix to start with and then roll over to all snow. And this is actually going to be lasting, guys, for several hours. And it's going to be very light. There might be a couple of moderate streaks that comes across, but for the most part, very light snow. And it's going to go on all through the night. And then tomorrow for our Friday, it's going to be one of those days where it's cloudy all day, and you'll see some flakes fly, just kind of spitting, snowing all day. It's going to be one of those kind of days tomorrow. We're not expecting to get any more accumulation tomorrow, but there are going to be a few flakes flying throughout the day tomorrow. It's just going to be kind of a gloomy winter day. It's about the best way that I can put it for tomorrow. But all of west central Missouri is under this winter weather advisory until this is going to be till 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. So your morning commute is likely going to be kind of slick. You have to keep in mind we've had sub-zero temperatures a few nights. We've been very cold. So with that, anything that falls, because once this starts falling here in west central Missouri, we'll be below freezing. We had a nice warm up today, though, for a while. It really helped melt and dry off some of the streets, but it will be below freezing. And as cold as what we've been, all the surfaces are cold. The roads, sidewalks, our cars, the metal, everything is cold. So anything that falls is going to stick. So we can expect to have a rather slick morning commute throughout west central Missouri. There's going to be, now that this has shifted just a little bit to the north, Kansas City is really going to be about the cutoff for any snow accumulations. And I'm expecting maybe an inch or less for the Kansas City metro area. And points all the way up to just south of St. Joe, maybe Smithville, Gladstone, Kansas City, Lee Summit. Those areas, I'm expecting probably about an inch, maybe less. I think most of us here in west central Missouri, 2 inches, and we're going to see some amount that's going to be greater than 2 inches, but for the majority of us, right around the 2-inch mark is going to be pretty solid. And 2 inches of snow can play detrimental conditions out there on the roadways. So I just kind of want to kind of give a general brief explanation of what we can expect. I'm still kind of figuring probably right around the 6 o'clock time frame, 7 o'clock time frame, when we'll finally start to saturate and we'll start to see some light snow showers. And again, this is going to be going on all through the night, very lightly with some snow bursts from time to time. But our temperatures are going to remain relatively stationary throughout the night, right around 27, 28 degrees as we go into the morning. So not a lot of melting is going to take place. However, if MoDOT and Kansas Department of Transportation and city crews get out in the morning and get this snow off of the roads and lay down some salt, some liquid salt, it'll be warm enough so those chemicals will work well on the roadways. So the only thing that's really going to be sacrificed are going to be these rural roads that are really slick as they are right now, especially gravel roads and any roads that hadn't been touched. This is just going to add more snow on top that will pack in to make it even harder, especially for the rural schools, to get back into session. So But for those of you that are commuting on main roads, morning is going to be likely slick, but I think by noontime, afternoon, I think give MoDOT a chance to get out and get that snow off of the roads, and I think we'll be looking decent for tomorrow night's rush hour as Friday night comes upon us. So let me take a look here at chat. I've been rambling on, and definitely want to say hi to everybody. Hi, Becky. You're traveling from KC to Nevada. So I'm assuming you're talking about you're doing that right now, which I don't think you're going to have any problems. Like I said, this is going to be relatively light snow, guys, so it's not going to accumulate really, really fast. But those down around the Joplin area, Springfield got included into that winter storm warning. So you could be up there in the 4 to 6 inch range, and maybe even a light glaze of ice on top of that. So it has increased a little bit for you guys since this thing has shifted just a little bit north as well. So those down, like I said, Joplin, Branson, Springfield, Ozark, Republic, all the way up into right along just south of the I-44 corridor, you can expect 4 to 6 inches of snow, maybe some light ice accumulations. But for the rest of us, I'd say if I was to give a snow range, I would say probably 2 to 5 inches for everybody in the purple that you see on the screen. That's going to include Lebanon, Lamar, Nevada, Osceola, Warsaw, Camden. Let's go probably down there right around Collins, Wablo, Wheatland. I'd say you guys probably somewhere around the 3, maybe isolated 4-inch amounts. And then for the rest of us up here in Bates, Henry, Northern Benton, Pettis, Johnson, Cass, I'd say most of us are going to be looking at the 2-inch range, maybe a couple 3-inch reports out there when it's all said and done in the morning. Cassie, you really hope we get more snow. Come on, girl. You do remember I can't kick anybody out of here that I want. You know, I'm seasonal. I like it around the holidays. Thanksgiving, Christmas. I associate that with snowstorms and ice. But, you know, here we are. We're in January. You know, let's move on to spring. I'm ready for crappie season. Yes, thank you, Sherry. Yep, hitting that thumbs up, guys, really helps by liking the YouTube video, liking the Facebook stream. That really helps get that algorithm for Facebook and YouTube to get this information out to more and more people. Matter of fact, if you guys notice, back when we had our long live stream on Sunday, we had several people come in from Kentucky, Indiana, I had Louisiana, had several from Illinois, Indiana. I'm trying to think of who else I had. Had one from Iowa, and they jumped on our stream. They talked on our chat. I gave them a forecast. They really appreciate it, and they just happened to find our stream by chance because when they go to YouTube, it suggests some videos for them to watch. And because we had so many people, our stream reached over 106,000 people that Sunday. So that was just one stream, guys. I'm on 5 different platforms. One stream had 106,000 people watching it. So that was awesome. And every time you hit that thumbs up, that allows us to be able to get that algorithm to push us out there to more and more people. So definitely would appreciate that. Becky, oh, you're coming in from Fayetteville, Arkansas. Man, you guys are kind of under the gun. You guys are in that winter storm warning. likely get a little bit of ice, 4 to 8 inches of snowfall. Oof. I think we had our fill of all that winter storm warnings over the weekend. Gene, yeah, you do have surgery in the morning. Good luck to you on that, hon. Wish you the best. Keep you in our thoughts and prayers. Yeah, I'm gonna say between 2 to 3 inches is gonna be around Henry County by tomorrow morning, which don't sound like a lot, guys, but if you recall back last year, they called school off for an inch of snow. There was slide offs on 7 Highway. It was horrible. So it don't sound like a lot of snow, but there are going to be some impacts out there on the roads, even if we get 2, maybe 3 inches of snow here. Calhoun schools are AMI until Monday. El Dorado called off school tomorrow already, and that's probably a decent thing for them to do, rather than sit there and have to get the buses all warmed up. And I mean, being under a winter storm warning, you guys are close enough to that area where you guys can pick up 4 or 5 inches of snow, right on the border of what they officially call a winter storm warning. It used to be 6 inches, now it's 4 to 6 inches, and they'll call it a winter storm warning depending on the travel severity level. So that was a good call. That was a good call for tomorrow down there. It's gonna pass us by, Lucky. Wouldn't hurt my feelings none. Hi, Janet, Rhonda, Doug. Good to see you guys. Hi, Jenny. Knob Noxer, I'm guessing probably sometime around the 7 o'clock hour, maybe a little bit after. And if you missed it also, even though you might be looking at radar, we're looking here showing, well, it looks like down in Lamar, down in Bourbon County, looks like they're getting snow right now. Well, likely not doing anything down there right now because we have some dry air aloft. That means dry air up above us, 500 feet, and it has to completely saturate. So we got to get this moisture up here. It's got to saturate the atmosphere, and then it will begin to fall as snow at that time. So we got to give it a little bit of time for the atmosphere to actually saturate. So I'm kind of guessing probably sometime around the 7 o'clock for most of us here in West Central Missouri, Warsaw, Lincoln, Sedalia, Warrensburg, Clinton, probably on over to Adrian, Butler. I'm guessing somewhere between the 6 to 7 o'clock time frame, maybe a little bit longer. Hi, Dallas. White traveling Warsaw to Clinton tonight around 9. I don't think you're going to have any problem. It's going to be snowing likely at that time. But again, we're talking light snow, maybe a couple moderate snow bands moving throughout the night. But we're talking 2 to 3 inches of snow from 7 o'clock tonight till 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. So several hours of light snow is going to accumulate that 2 to 3 inches. So it's going to come down slow enough. I don't expect any travel problems until probably later on overnight into the wee hours of the morning. And then, of course, by tomorrow morning during the commute. Marshall, well, you're on the northern end of this right now. So I'm kind of guessing, an inch. I'd say an inch is maybe 2 inches. You guys are going to be on the lighter ends of the totals. You are under a winter weather advisory. And I think your wording from the National Weather Service shows 1 to 3 inches of snow. You guys will likely pick up an inch or two. I'm not expecting any ice for you guys. By the time this snow makes it up to you, it's probably going to be midnight. So it's going to be cold enough for all snow. So you won't have to worry about any ice. But like I said, very light snowfall tonight, guys. Hey, no problem. Thanks for the kind word, Jennifer. Brandon, I'm ready for lake life. I bet. Yeah, Lisa wants me to keep all the snow moving far away from Racket, Missouri. So she can get out of the last one. And that's exactly the problem that we're going to see with this storm system. It's going to be a fairly moderate storm system for us here in West Central Missouri, but it's just going to add insult to injury, especially to the rural areas that have, miles and miles of gravel roads and rural roads that some of them have been barely touched so far since our last storm system, and now we're just going to be adding another couple, 3 more inches of snow on top of it. So definitely not very good timing on this. Laura from Warrensburg, thank you so much for being part of the stream. And again, we typically, situations like this, we typically update in the room. I'll throw some visuals and stuff out there since this is not a huge winter storm, but because we got out of the last storm system last weekend and we have more snow coming and it's going to pose some travel issues, that's the reason why we come on live, and that way I can answer any questions, let you guys know what we've got going on here with the latest data and information that I've got to give you guys. So glad to have you part of the room, Laura. Matt Wareham, thank you so much. 1999 for the super chat. Thank you so much. And let's see, it looks like Steve, thank you for the super sticker. Thank you, Elizabeth, for the Facebook stars. Guys, I'm just humbled every time that I get on here from your support. All of the software and everything. I'm not going to go into a big spill, but all the software, hardware, everything comes out of my own pocket. I definitely want to thank Radford Media Group, 95.3 KDKD, as well as Golden Valley Tractor, who sponsors this Storm Track weather update for you guys. They allow me to be able to do this on multiple platforms to get more information out to people here in West Central Missouri. So what a great partnership we have. You guys support me and the page for the last 5 years. Thank you guys so much. I'm really excited for next month. Next month we are going to be having our yearly fundraiser for the room, where we have a super fun raffle. I've already got about 11 items for the raffle so far. People have given me. We have apparel. We have gift certificates. We have weather radios. This year we have one real nice weather station. It is a high dollar. It'll probably be our number one item that we have. It's a very nice weather station, and we got all kinds of great stuff. Anybody wants to donate anything during that period, whether it's $1, $2, it don't make any difference. You're entered into that raffle, and then we do a live raffle online on it at night, and that's a lot of fun and a lot of prizes to give away. I think last year we had 60 some odd prizes maybe, is what we had. So it was awesome. So thank you guys so much for the support. Matt, thank you very much. Yeah, Janet, it is. 2 to 3 inches would be a lot on what we've already got here. And I tell you what, every time I go outside, this morning, all day yesterday, all day before. I forget my sunglasses. It is just blinding. I end up with a headache, and now we're just going to add more snow to it. I know, Brian. I'm going to share some of it with the Northland. I got family that lives up there, so, I'm a giving kind of individual. I'm going to let you guys have just a little bit of it anyway. I don't think so, Peggy. Peggy asked if we're going to be getting any ice, and I don't think we're going to get. There's going to be a transition phase that we may go through, but I'm not expecting by the time that this the atmosphere saturates and we begin to snow, and at 7 o'clock, it's after dark. I think we'll end up being all snow without just we'll be all snow throughout the event with maybe just a little bit of a mix to start it off with at the onset. You bet, Matthew. Thanks for the kind words. Glad to have you all up there at Knob Noster. Kent and Deb, miss you guys so much. Mark Harden, he is our Director of Emergency Management. My partner in crime, thank you for the kind words. And I tell you what, I hope you guys know Mark Harden is our Director of Emergency Management for our county here in Henry. And let me just tell you something, man. I've never been so thrilled to be working side by side next to a guy who envisions the same thing as I do. Matter of fact, I think the second time we met, we ordered off the menu, and we ordered the same kind of hamburger, the same type, the same bun, the same type of fries, everything. So, I mean, we're like two peas in a pod, but he works his tail off for the community and for the county. So everybody needs to be very lucky if you're here in Henry County. We got some great things that we have planned. And we're actually branching out, talking to other emergency managers. We were down at Warsaw yesterday speaking with the Benton County emergency manager. She is a super nice gal. She has her hand full. She also runs the 911 center, and she's emergency manager, the director of emergency management for Benton County. But the more networking we do and be able to pull other counties into our little tight-knit community here, the better off we're all going to be. So very excited about that. Nikki, when will Clinton be hit? I'm 6-7 o'clock is kind of what I think when we start to kind of saturate, and we'll start to see maybe a few flakes to fly. Whoa, let's see here, Cassie. Around what day next month? Thank you, Rachel, for the Facebook star. Thank you so much. I'm assuming maybe, Cassie, are you talking about in February? In February, we are talking about maybe the next big storm system. Maybe what you're, I'd say I might have been a little bit lagged on the chat, so I'm not sure exactly what we were talking about. Hi, Stacy, glad to have you. Hi, Carl. Yeah, there is. So, Carl asks, is there another substantial storm that's predicted in February? So, we are in the active period of the LRC cycle. Without going into all detail about what the LRC is, it's basically a methodology that was founded by Gary Lezak in the 80s. I've been following it for the last 20 plus years. And every year, a cycle sets up. And the day in between the cycles before they repeat themselves is different every year. And this year, right now, we're at about a 42 to 44 day cycle. And the later half of each cycle is the active times, where we have several storm systems. The one we had last weekend on Sunday, that was a big storm system. We have another storm system today. We have possibly another one next weekend. And then we start to go into the new cycle in which things are going to start to slow down. And we're going to see this whole thing kind of repeat itself as we go into the second and third week of February. So that is when I think we have the potential, depending on the conditions, to see possibly another bigger storm system like we had on Sunday. Hi, Lacey. Oh, you bet. Covering Bates County? You bet. And that's another county that we're networking with emergency managers over there at Bates County as well. So this is fantastic, because a lot of them know what I do. A lot of them actually rely on the information that I give them as well through a couple different programs we utilize at emergency management. So there's a lot of great emergency management offices out there. Warrensburg, Johnson County, you guys are blessed with a fantastic emergency management office, as well as Pettis County up there in Sedalia. Man, they've got a kick butt office up there as well. Benton County, we met them yesterday. Fantastic people down there in Benton County. So looking forward to working with them as we move forward here. You bet, Dusty. About ready for a kitchen sink, buddy. I've been having withdrawals. You bet, Dorothy. So, kind of in a nutshell, let's just kind of recap a little bit. Looks like we've got, and I know it's pretty early in the afternoon. A lot of people are working. I will be posting this to our social media platforms. I'll also be posting this video to our smart TV app. So, for those of you that don't know, that we are now on TVs everywhere. All you have to do, if you have Roku, Android, Apple TV, all you have to do is just go search, just like you're looking for a Netflix channel or say, ESPN channel. If all you have to do is go and download My KDKD Plus, and it's available. Just go to Roku, search for the channel, download it, and you can listen to 95.3 country station. You can listen to 104.9 The Biz, which is top hits across all the genres. You can watch some of my videos, Subby's Weather Talk. All of my podcasts are on there. I definitely encourage you guys, if you have a smart TV, which most of us do these days, to go in there and download that app. That would be awesome. And again, that's just another way that I'm thankful for Radford Media Group and sponsors such as Golden Valley Tractor to be able to have these avenues for us to be able to get this information out to more and more people. So I'm excited. I think 2025 is going to be a booming year. I know we've had some issues with our towers. We still have issues with our towers. We are slowly making progress on that. And as soon as we get 95.3 up and going, hopefully here within the next month, things are just going to take off super, super fast. I ain't going to have not a minute of free time left. I can tell you that right now, but I'm ready for it. I'm up for the challenge. Need better weather for Valentine's week. Don't want snow or ice. Do your magic, my friend. No winter storm, February 12th through 15th. Yeah. So the reason why Scott is saying that is that is the busiest time of year if you own a flower shop. So you don't want to be out delivering in the snow and the sleet. So I'll see what I can do. I'll talk to the big man upstairs on Sunday and see if he can maybe pull a couple strings for you, big man. All right, you'll have them tomorrow. I'll be down to pick one up for sure tomorrow, Dusty. Those of you who don't know, Dusty DeVasher, he's in our chat right now. Atomic Hog Barbecue. They're a food truck. They've been around a long time. Oh, you've got to try them out. There's a free plug for you, DeVasher. So, Atomic Hog Barbecue, you can look them up on Facebook. Man, they are fabulous. Fabulous barbecue. Hi, Stacy. So let's kind of sum this up real quick here, guys, and I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys get on with your afternoon. I'll go ahead and upload this video up to all of our social media feeds in case you missed part of it. A couple things. Number one, right above me, that is our new West Central Missouri ticker. It is updated every few seconds. Will give us all of the warnings, watches, advisories. Likely before they even get out and publish. So, especially during storm season, during the springtime, that's going to be awesome. We're going to be able to do live streams, and it's going to flash up there on the screen whenever there's a new warning out. So, and again, the faster these warnings and information get out, the better and more protected you guys are. So, we got that going for us. We have a winter weather advisory until 9 o'clock tomorrow morning for all of West Central Missouri. The totals for snowfall have gone up a little bit, and the reason is because the low pressure system has wobbled just a little bit further north than what some of the data was showing. So I'm still expecting a good average of 2 inches throughout West Central Missouri. However, those maybe down in Nevada, Osceola, say southern Benton County around Cross Timbers, Edwards, down through Bolivar, Wheatland, El Dorado Springs, you guys might be sitting at, maybe closer to that 3-inch, maybe possibly 4-inch band. But for the most of us, I'm going to say probably 2-inch, at the most right around 3 inches for the rest of us here in West Central Missouri. I expect it to start likely around 7 o'clock or so tonight or after. And this is going to go on all through the evening and through the early morning hour till tomorrow morning. So we're looking at very light snow with a few moderate bands within it. But we're going to have about, let's see here, that's going to be 10, 12, 13 hours of snowfall and only get 2, maybe 3 inches of snow. So that kind of tells you how light this snow is going to be coming down. And then for your Friday, it's going to be one of those days, if you guys recall, where it's kind of cloudy all day, and every once in a while you'll see a little snowflake. It might be spitting snow from time to time. That's the kind of day we're going to have tomorrow. I'm not expecting any more accumulation throughout the day tomorrow, but we're likely to see it spitting snowing a few times throughout the day. Temperatures are going to hold steady throughout the night, right around 27, 28 degrees throughout the course of this event. So we're likely going to have some slick roads in the morning. I think by afternoon and the evening rush, the evening commute back from Kansas City or wherever you may be working from, I think we're going to be okay as long as MoDOT gets out there, get the snow off of the roads, throw down some salt, and with temperatures where they're going to be, that salt is definitely going to work and help melt that snow off of the roadways. So, hi, Brenda. Absolutely. Glad to do it. Crescent Peck. He's in the live stream. He never comments on here. Crescent Peck, for those of you that don't know, he has a business that sponsors our SkyTrack Weather Center. Mallard's Roadhouse. They're just outside the city limits here in Clinton on Highway 7 on the west side of town. And, man, they're famous for their garlic aioli. Some of the best burgers in town. They've got an entire menu out there. Great people, great business. So we definitely appreciate them sponsoring our SkyTrack weather forecast. every day, and you'll see their logo on all of my visuals I put out every morning. Mallard's Roadhouse right here in Clinton. Sherry mentioned about the loaded potatoes on from Atomic Hog Barbecue. So I got those of you that are still in. I got a funny story, and I know I'm plugging all of the different companies out there today. First and foremost, Golden Valley Tractor. We appreciate you sponsoring Storm Track Weather Center and being able to get these streams out there. But just a little testament to Atomic Hog Barbecue. I went there about, this has been several months back, and my favorite is the kitchen sink. It has smoked macaroni and cheese, and then you got piles of brisket and pork and refried, well, not refried beans, but smoked baked beans. You've got caramelized onions. You have French fried onions. You got sour cream. You got chives. I mean, this thing is just literally a kitchen sink. Kitchen sink full of stuff in this thing. And I order one, and I get them nearly every time I'm there. And I go back to my truck, and I put it in the seat, and I put my seatbelt on, and I drove out on Ohio Street, and my dang seatbelt warning kept going on. And I thought, man, what is going on with this thing? So I unbuckled, buckled, still dinging, unbuckled, buckled. I did that like 3 or 4 times. I was getting really aggravated. And then I looked over, and I picked up my kitchen sink that I just picked up. I lifted up, and my seatbelt warning went off. There was so much food and weight in that to-go container that it set off my seatbelt warning. So I'm telling you, you definitely get what you paid for there with Dusty there at Atomic Hog Barbecue. Yes, Gary's Towing as well. And, Gary's Towing, they sponsor so many things up there for Radford Media Group. And they also help us get all of our messages out to everybody. Gary's Towing here in Clinton, they sponsor also with Mallard's Roadhouse. They sponsor SkyTrack weather forecasts as well as the closing and cancellations for all of West Central Missouri. They sponsor both of them, and we couldn't do it without them. And so, and especially we got this snow coming in. If anybody has any issues, if you get stuck, dead battery, whatever the case may be, fender bender, if you need anything at all, need a tow, give them a call, 660-885-HELP. And great people over there. I've known AJ for years. We went to college together when we were in criminal justice together, as well as we did some hunting together. Great people. Amanda, I met her, sweet gal. So definitely, hats off to those guys that spend their hard-earned money to get advertised. They know it works. I've had several people get with me and say, Subby, hey, what was that number to that tow company that you always talk about? Oh, Gary's Towing, 660-885-HELP. I don't think you could ever come up with an easier phone number than that. So thank you to all of you guys that sponsor all of our different weather segments with Radford Media Group. You guys are awesome. No, Dorothy, don't even mention that. I don't want him charging by the pound. Are you kidding? That'd be a $50 meal every time I order. All right, guys. So listen, I think that's gonna wrap it up for this edition of the live stream. I will be continually to update on Facebook and all of our social media outlets on any changes. And kind of depends on how this thing tracks, how fast it comes down. We may have to do another live stream later on tonight. More than likely, I'll be with you guys right around the 4:35 o'clock a.m. time frame tomorrow morning. and I'll likely go live. We'll take a look at road conditions. So when you get up in the morning, check out our and see if we're live around 5 o'clock or 5:15 in the morning, and you can kind of get a heads up on what to expect for your morning commute. And I'll also go through any weather closings or cancellations brought to you by Gary's Towing, and we'll kind of look at it in the morning. If anybody has any questions, if you guys are going to be out and about, man, that's what I'm here for, guys. Shoot me a message. I've answered a bunch of messages over this last week. The last that I counted, I've had over 600 personal messages sent over to my inbox, and I've answered every single one of them, and I take pride in that. So if for some reason I miss you, make sure you message me back, and I'll make sure to get those answered. But if anybody has any questions, get with me, and I'll be sure to have that answer. All right, guys. So stay weather aware. Keep up on the updates. Again, expecting 2, maybe 3 inches throughout west central Missouri, and maybe a little bit heavier amount down toward Nevada, Hermitage, Osceola, Bolivar, Wablo, Wheatland, Lincoln, Cross Timbers, in that area. So we're going to have kind of a slow commute in the morning, guys, but we'll get through it just fine. Take care. We'll be talking to you all soon.